Shalom. I want to give all praises to Yahweh, by Yashem, Yahweh Shah, by Yashem Wakal The honors to the apostles and the others that rule well. And peace and blessings to you brothers out there that's kicking his word in sincerity, also in truth. I wanted to come with a quick sit down about negativity and how it can cause you to be, a very hateful person. When you're constantly beating yourself up, that negativity spills over to your personal relationships. And that's why it's so important to remain positive, especially dealing with your brother. When a situation as to we don't know whether or not we're going to be saved, you see. So it's very important that we are being humble as we walk, and we're being very mindful about how we treat our brothers. Before I grab this in Sirach, I wanted to grab this in Matthew. Let's get this. Now this is Matthew 7 and 24. Therefore, whoso heareth these sayings, actually, let me start up. I'm starting at 21. Not everyone that saith unto me, Lord, Lord, shall enter into the kingdom of heaven, but he that doeth the will of my Father which is in heaven. Many will say to me in that day, Lord, Lord, have we not prophesied in thy name, and in thy name have cast out devils, and in thy name done many wonderful works? And then will I profess unto them, I never knew you. Depart from me, ye that work iniquity. And a strong, in a strong way that, the Most High, will examine us is how we treat our brother. So if we're not treating our brothers right, you see, the Most High is going to eventually do away with this. You see, so it's very important, as we are toiling this thing, is that we have a positive mindset about ourselves, and that positive mindset, is going to convert over to your relationship with your brother. You see, or your personal your personal relationships. You'll find that relationships with your woman might be a lot better. You see, with your children or even co-workers. Why is that? Because you have a positive attitude towards yourself. You see, so this is Sirach 14 and 1. Blessed is the man that hath not slipped with his mouth, and is not pricked with the multitude of his sins. Blessed is he whose conscience hath not condemned him, and who is not fallen from his hope in the Lord. Right there, starting at that the beginning of that verse, it says, "Blessed is he whose conscience hath not condemned him." You see, a lot of times we could beat ourselves down in this walk of ours, and we think that we're being righteous, but in fact, we're being detrimental to our growth. You remain stagnant, and you in negative, and that negativity, induces you to look at a brother in a negative light. You see, to prove that, let's jump down to verse 5. He that is evil to himself, to whom will he be good? He shall not take pleasure in his goods. There is none worse than he that envieth himself, and there is a recompense of his wickedness. And if he doeth good, he doeth it unwillingly, and at the last he will declare his wickedness. You have brothers out there, they give, they feel like they had to throw what they've done to, for a brother, in their face, or constantly remind people what they've done. But that's wicked. You're supposed to give because, it's the right thing. And ultimately, you have that low self-esteem, and you're trying to get, affirmation from a brother that, you're a man of the Lord. Really, you have to have that confidence that confidence for yourself. You see? And with that confidence, that's going to induce you to treat other people better. You see, let's go back to verse 5. He that is evil to himself, to whom will he be good? So you're evil to yourself. How do you expect, how do you expect to be good to someone else when you're not good? You're not good to yourself. You see? You hate yourself, and so that hatred, manifests to, negative relationships, period, man. And that's something that we have to refine this thing. This thing isn't about being hateful or angry all the time. We should have peace in the understanding of Yahweh Shai. And that's something that needs to be pushed more. Out of billions of people on this earth, you have the key to life. We have to start having more positive mindsets, man. And treating yourself better. You see? Verse 8, the envious man hath a wicked eye. He turneth away his face and despiseth a man. So it says right there, an envious man, a hateful man, that's what that word means, a hateful man. He has a wicked eye. You're constantly beating yourself up, and that makes you, think that a brother is scheming on you, that he wants your position, that he's trying to get shine. Well, that's not that, brother. That's your problem. That's something that you're dealing with. Okay? So don't push your insecurities on other brothers, man. Okay? Let's keep reading. A covetous man's eye is not satisfied with his portion, and his iniquity of the wicked drieth up his soul. That's right. So that hatred, is making you less productive in this truth, because you're so busy trying to point out somebody else's faults that you don't see that you need to grow in this thing. You see, a wicked eye envieth his bread, and he is a niggard at his table. He hated his own bread. You see, not satisfied, down and out on your luck. So when it's time to give, you acting like a niggard, man. Stingy. You don't give willfully, man. You're not being brotherly. My son, according to thy ability, do good to thyself and give the Lord his due offering. You have to do good to yourself, man. While we are here, it's very important to be productive. There are certain things in your life that Most High wants you to purge out, and that takes getting experience. You see, experience is costly. Responsibility is costly. There's nothing wrong with responsibility, though. You see, we're supposed to have responsibility as we live. This truth of ours is about living. It's not about death. It's not about living in a cocoon also either. We are to let our light shine, so the world can see it. We are to exemplify the wisdom of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. That's what Yahweh Shai did. When he came here, he exemplified the true understanding of the word of God, because he was the word of God. You see? So with that understanding, guess what? There's a certain way that you walk. Yahweh Shai wasn't walking around being angry all the dang time, man. More than likely he had some good times too. Probably had a real good time because he knew this life was just BS. He was just getting through. You see? Yes, he was a man acquainted with grief, and we know that grief is relevant. But man, it's a time, the times that we're living in is very important that we are standing firm in our beliefs, and that's going to take what? Self-belief. With self-belief that comes many different attributes. And one of those attributes is having a positive mindset. You see, let's jump down to verse 14. Verse 14. We're still in Sirach 14 and 14. Defraud not thyself of the good day, and let not the part of a good desire overpass thee. Read that again. Defraud not thyself of the good day, and let not the part of a good desire overpass thee. There's nothing wrong with having a good day. Nothing wrong to stealing to have a girl in this thing. Not every woman is wicked. You see, it's okay to esteem to have a better job, to have a hobby. You see, as long as that hobby isn't engulfing you, and if it's not, and if it's isn't taking over your too much time where you can't serve Yahweh by Shemi Abishai, you know what I'm saying? Then it's fine, man. It's fine. You see, you have to take care of yourself, man. Shall thou not leave thy travails unto another, and thy labors to be divided by lot? Man, when you die, somebody else going to deal with your BS anyway. Give and take and sanctify thy soul, for there is none seeking of dainties in the grave. The Most High want us to live while we're here, as whack as this place is. You see, yes, we have a goal in mind. And the goal is to get to the kingdom of heaven. Meanwhile, we got to take care of ourselves until we get there. You see, until we get there, there are still prophecies that have to come to pass. Do we see it speeding up? Yes, we do. Prophecies are happening, are coming close to happening. You know, at a rapid rate. With that being said, we still have work to do. And the biggest thing about being, in business of yourself is, guess what? You have to deal with a lot of costs. Going to work, going to camp, taking care of different brothers, things of that nature. That costs. Brother want to come and see you from out of the states, or from a different state, I might say, that costs. And we want to do that. And you want to do that. You know, I would love to come see brothers. All those things cost. But if you live in your life is over, you see, or you don't have too much long being here, or you're ready to die and you just giving your life the bare minimum, then guess what? You're going to eventually, fall apart, man. Because more and more stress is to come. It's going to get harder and harder out here. The righteous will scarcely be saved, man. So it's very important that you are getting on that, getting up and, rehabilitating yourself, before it's too late. Because time is ticking. It really is. Let's go to the next verse. 1 Peter 4:13. But rejoice inasmuch as ye are partakers of Mashiach's sufferings, that when his glory shall be revealed, ye may be glad also with exceeding joy. If ye be reproached for the name of Yahushua, happy are ye, for the spirit of glory and of the Most High resteth upon you. On their part he is evil spoken of, but on your part he is glorified. But let none of you suffer as a murderer, or as a thief, or as a evildoer, or as a busybody in another man's matter. And how can you suffer as a murderer here? Or if you're not showing love to your brother, then you're being a murderer. Let's go to the scriptures and prove that. This is 1 John 3:15. Whosoever hateth his brother is a murderer, and ye know that no murderer hath eternal life abiding in him. Now you might say, man, I don't hate the brother per se. I just don't like him. Strongly dislike him. Well, that's what hate means. When you strongly dislike a brother, that's what hate means, man. That's exactly what hate means. You see, and you are being a murderer. You see, you are being a murderer, and the Most High, it's not going to allow you to enter into the kingdom of heaven. You see, you're going to be destroyed by your own ways. You're going to be destroyed. You see? So when we, going through this life, it's a good, we suffer for Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua. Case in point, a scoffer might come out. You see, and he's trying to fight. That happened to us a couple of days ago. And, on Tuesday camp. And so we handled it beautifully, man. We really did. All of us. Brother came back out Friday and apologized. You see, so call Allah Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua. You see, but if we're suffering as a murderer, got an evil eye towards your brother, trying to bring him to counsel, and then, or bring Bart to counsel because people are noticing that you are acting funny. The Most High is not dealing with that, man. You see, and the Most High is going to judge you. You see. 1 Peter 4:15. But let none of you suffer as a murderer, or as a thief, or as an evildoer, or as a busybody in other man's matter. You constantly trying to bring somebody to counsel because you feel threatened by another man's spiritual growth. You being a hater. That's wicked, man. The Most High's not dealing with that. You don't want to be that guy. And it all goes back to self. It always go back to self. That's why it says that in Philippians, work at your own salvation with fear and trembling. You have to build yourself up in all components of life. And that includes being positive, brothers. Be positive. Speak life unto yourself, man. Take care of yourself. You see? And within you taking care of yourself, you could be a better brother. You could have a better relationship. You could maintain a job. You see? You're not that guy wherever you go because you have built up your confidence. I want to give all praises to Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shai by Hashem, Wakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and the others that rule well. And peace to you brothers out there that's kicking his word, man. Y'all doing a beautiful job. Shalom.